Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you and I welcome you to this program. While you are joining, share this video, invite others to join. If you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the page. And don't forget, if you are watching on Facebook, follow the page, share the video, invite others to join. We are live and direct. We are live and direct. If you are watching on Twitter, retweet the video. We are live on Twitter. We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook, across all various platforms of Facebook. We are live and we are direct. So if you are joining, share the video, invite others to join. I don't know if I am coming out clear. If I am coming out clear, please
remind me
Reverend
Father Mbaka
if I am coming out clear.
Transfer na monastery. For
remind me if I am coming out clear. Sorry for that video. That was accidental video that you saw playing. Of course, you know that our leader is going to court today, and they are in court today for the final ruling of the Federal High Court, and you can hear the update. The victory is ours. If you cannot hear me, kindly alert me. Let me know if you cannot hear me. Right on. If you are watching on YouTube, alert me on YouTube that you cannot hear me. If you are watching on Facebook, you can do as well. Alert me so that we will proceed. If you, okay, thank you very much. It is very loud and clear. Of course, you know the enemies of Biafra, they are in a panic mode. The enemies of Biafra, they are in a panic mode because we are making victory that the Court of Appeal has actually challenged this court. The Court of Appeal has challenged this bogus, these bogus charges laid against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And the Court of Appeal has made it clear that the issue of jurisdiction is in court. Therefore, nobody has the right to actually try Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That they should not be trying him when the issue of jurisdiction is in court. So, I want you Biafrans to know that the victory shall be ours. Because whatever that is happening in that Court of Appeal right now, it is and must work on our favor. You will hear the news in a short while. We will hear the news in a short while. The court has proceeded, and the case against Mr. Kano cannot be proceed since the issue of jurisdiction is still not settled. That is exactly the update from the Court of Appeal few minutes ago. So I want you Biafrans to know that we are making progress. But while we are making this progress, the criminals, the enemies, they are going to run away eventually, because when we are done with what we are doing, when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released, you will hear the enemies changing their topic. You will hear the enemies changing their stories. But I am here to tell you, Biafrans, that the victory is going to be ours. Because as an so if you look around you, if you check what's going on, you will understand that there is nothing will change the plans of Chukwu Okike Abiama, who lives in heaven. Nothing is going to change it. The victory is ours. There are many lies that has been told by the agents who are fighting Biafrans. And those lies, they are going to be debunked. They are going to be debunked because Ugo Ebegona Mbabu. Of course, you know, our leader, if the jurisdiction is not settled, you cannot proceed with the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If the jurisdiction is not settled, so it means that you have to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu until you find the jurisdiction that is competent, to actually, proceed with the case. So we are patiently waiting. So while we are waiting patiently, I want to remind you that every day you see that come and go, we are making victory. It is not the victory that we will come and we will lie to you that we are making. It is not about the victory that we, bogus victory. It is indeed a real victory that we are making. If the Court of Appeal is going to be ruling this case today, it is a victory for Biafra, one of them. And the next victory is on the way, which is the date for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to be free. That is our next victory, and it is indeed sacrosanct. We do not need any interference. We do not need any interference from anybody from anywhere. All we are calling on or calling for is for the release of Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because he is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is the only one who will be able to put a stop to all these criminal injustices that is happening in Biafra land and across Nigeria. So that is the reason why we are very, very optimistic that the court will make a decision that will favor the people, not a decision that is embedded in conflict of interest. That is exactly what we are looking at today, because from the sign of what we have seen, from the sign of what we have heard, it means that they want to make that good decision, and which is going to be benefiting everybody. Because the best, if they make a good decision right now, towards this case, it is going to save lives across Biafra land. It is going to save lives across Nigeria, because the voice of reason, the perception shifter, the man that when he speak, everywhere remain calm. I don't know why these keep coming to my screen. The man that each time he speak, everywhere stands still. But the most important thing today is that the victory is ours. The victory will be ours. Now, while we are waiting for the next update from the Court of Appeal, because we are following what is going on there, while we are waiting for it, there is something that we need to understand. There are things that we need to know. All these lies and the injustices that is happening in Nigeria. There is some news that I want to read for you. For those of you who are getting carried away about Obi and his political move, that if it is going to favor you or work in your favor, the answer is that you are actually making a big mistake. The most important thing that you should focus on today, it is Biafra restoration. It is Biafra restoration. If not Biafra restoration, there is nothing else you should be, channeling your energy to. Let these politicians, let them go in there, let them do themselves a favor, let them see that people are no longer with them. It is not about somebody who will tell you they will boycott the election, they will do this. And I want to tell you that in a few days, there is those who are telling you there will be no election in Biafra land, or there will be election in Biafra land for their interest, their selfish interest. That is exactly the reason why they are telling you such rubbish. Now, it does not mean that we are actually in support of their politics. Let the dead bury the dead. Now I want to show you the reason why you should abandon politics, let the dead bury the dead, and you focus on our struggle. There is no way we are going to actually make it if some of you are shouting presidency, if some of you are shouting P2B. We are not going to make it. And we are not going to make it if some of you are calling on boycott of election instead of us focusing on the things that is going to give us Biafra. And I am going to tell you a few of them right now. Number one, have you heard the latest news that is on board? Because all these politicians, what they do is that they continue to actually recycle the evil that is destroying the people in the zoological republic called Nigeria. I want to actually, read some news for you. I want to read some article for you so that you will understand that these people, they will never change. All they will continue to do is to continue to recycle things that destroy the human life in Nigeria. Do you know that P2B appoints ex-military spokesperson who defended the killing of NSAS protesters at Leti Toll Gate as campaign team manager? He actually appointed him. P2B appointed the man that has killed people in Lekki Toll Gate to be in his campaign team. Now I am going to bring the news in details. Just hang in there, because while we are waiting for the update from the appeal court, we are also exploring, using our time to actually expose the activities of the enemies, that is racketeering our struggle, and those who want to redirect the narrative of our struggle. We cannot create room for them to control the narrative. Rather, we control the narrative, they will actually now follow our own narrative. They can never control that narrative for us. They can never control that narrative for us. Let me show you something. I am trying to see if I can bring that news to your screen, that if it is going to take long. Now, I believe I got it. Let me show you exactly the reason why you should never believe in politics of Zoom. Let's go there. Now, let me bring it to your screen so that we will actually see it and read it together. While you are there, retweet this video as we are live on Twitter. While you are there, like the video on YouTube for the algorithm to continue to do the sharing. Follow the YouTube page, share the video, bring others to come and hear the gospel of freedom. Now, I want you to look at this. I want you to look at this. Let us actually read this news. Pete Obi appoint ex-military spokesman or spokesperson rather, who defended killing of NSAS protesters at Lekki Tollgate as campaign team. Now let us proceed with this news. After the news, I will now tell you what is going on. Labour Party on Wednesday announced the composition of the Presidential Campaign Council. A former director of information at the Nigeria Defense Headquarters, Major General John Enenche, who described as photoshopped videos of the Lekki Tollgate shooting, has been named as a member of the Presidential Campaign Organization of Labour Party. Did you hear that? Now, the Labour Party on Wednesday announced the composition of a Presidential Campaign Council. Members of the team are expected to mobilize electorate for a successful presidential campaign ahead of 2023 presidential election. The list comprises of 1,234 names, was presented at an event in Abuja. Now we proceed to read. Sahara Reporter had reported how soldiers on October 20, 2020 opened fire on NSAS protesters who had coverage at the Lekki Tollgate to protest against police brutality. The incidents triggered a global outrage with calls for justice echoing from different parts of the world. It was gathered that before the shooting started, some officials uninstalled closed circuit television cameras in the area. The electricity at the protest area was also disconnected. Let us leave it here. And now, I want to now tell you the primary reason why you should never ever believe that politics is going to do us any good. The most important thing is that if you are able to know the reason why you shouldn't go and start, patronizing these politicians come this 2023 election, none of them, all of them you see, they are it is an epitome of recycling, failure. I don't know why so many of you will think that you've been suffering in the last 62 years and more. You've been suffering in the last 62 years and more. And you believe that all of a sudden, 4 years of one person is going to change your suffering. Now, let me now remind you that from the first year of P2B, he is going to now service the Godfathers as he is looking for money all over the place to sponsor his political campaign. Likewise, other political aspirants, they will use their first year, second year to service their godfather because they also practice godfatherism in Nigeria presidential politics. So, as they will be looking for money, they have to service the source of that money when they get into power. First 2 years is gone. If this godfather is not serviced, they are actually going to sabotage all your effort to make the country to thrive. They will indeed sabotage every effort that you might be making, so that your effort will be going down the drain and you will never ever achieve anything in your effort to make the country great, because these are gangsters that you call godfathers. These are gangsters from the West to the Africa. They are actually controlling the narratives. They are actually, bringing the role your president will play. That is most important thing you need to understand. They must service these godfathers. From there, they have to service themselves because they actually use their time, their money, their their time and their resources rather to actually make themselves bring themselves through to the power. So they have to service themselves. They have to practice nepotism. They have to practice favoritism. 4 years is gone. Now you are crying. If they want to actually do better, they will start finding a way to service the loan or the debt that Nigeria is actually accumulating. So if they have to use their time to do all these things, what do you think will be your faith? What is going to be your faith if they are going to use their time to do all these things? Now, not only that they are going to use their time to do all these things, I want you to also know, don't forget that there is Boko Haram. Don't forget there is Fulani terrorist. Don't forget there is ISWAP. Don't forget there is different terrorist groups in Nigeria. Now all these terrorist groups will be doing all they can, trying to make every plan that will see Nigeria collapse. So there is no way and nobody will be able to in that Nigeria, because it is not possible. It is not possible. What you are supposed to be actually praying for today, it is for the vision of that contraption called Nigeria. Because when they present so many things, they will tell you that I see a picture a few days ago of people who are eating, they call it Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. That is the three major tribes we have in Nigeria. Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, no Fulani, no South. Now, let me now explain to you why it is 3 tribes. No Fulani, no South. A lot of things that you see, supposed to actually explain to you the manipulations of these people who want Nigeria to be one, and those who invaded the nation, called, or who invaded the contraption. Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba are the 3 major entities that was brought together by Britain, Lord Lugard, prior to 1914. Now, these 3 major tribes that we have in that part of sub-Saharan, it is Hausa, who was, emasculated by the Fulanese. It is Yorubas, who were on their own, a nation that was brought together after segregation. Now, it is Igbo people who were brought together and after segregated them by telling you there is South, there is Southeast. And when you now understand the meaning of the 3 major tribes, what they call 3 major tribes in Nigeria, you will understand it is Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. Fulani emasculated the Hausas and become Hausa people. Now, Igbos were segregated and they now have South Igbos. Now, I want you to put all these things together. You will understand that all these things they keep saying, that you are, what do they call it? How do they put it? That your diversity is your strength. It is not your strength. The diversity is our weakness. It is our enemy because we are tribalistic in nature. And the number 2 thing that you should understand, when you vote anybody in this, presidential move that they are making, if you vote Tinubu in, Tinubu will fight to recover his money in the first 4 years. The money that he spent. If you vote APC in, they will try to fight to recover and to revenge what, they say opposition politician did to them. And they have to service their girlfriends, knowing that the 1 bag of rice in Nigeria today is above 40,000. 1 bag of rice is above 40,000. So while they are, remember that when anybody go into power, the country has to segregate. And that segregation process will take not the country, the economy of the country must go through a segregation process before you will gather your pieces. Nowhere to work, nowhere to privatize, nowhere to do cash injection. All these things, you will have to suffer for 8 years. I am talking about if there is any political candidate who indeed want to do a job for you. If there is any candidate that is willing to do something for you, you will go through a segregation process. Confirm, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will soon be a free man, just like my topic said. Wow. Great Biafrans all over the world, as we are doing it, the news continue to throw in Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be a free man very, very soon. He is going to be free very, very soon. Because, of course, if you see that, you know what that means. Because we have made a lot of progress today in that court, in that ruling. So that when somebody asks you, what is the DOS doing for the release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you tell them that is what the DOS is doing. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be joining us in no distance time, and all the enemies, they are going to fly off through the windows, because they actually indeed came via the windows. So they have to actually run away through the windows. Now, I want to, okay. I don't have that information where I will bring it to you, but be rest assured, the update is that our leader will be released very, very soon. Now, there is another one. I believe that the court is actually preparing to come out. They are preparing to come out, and okay, I am actually reading information. So I am going to bring it to you. I'm just reading the information first before I will present it to you. Now, listen to this. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's extraordinary rendition case, the court must make sure that the law and order are balanced and to curtail the excesses of the executive. Appeal court judge. The excesses of the executive, right? Now I want you to understand there was a Twitter I made the other day, which I said that there are three arms of government in Nigeria. But in these three arms of government in Nigeria, the only active arm of government in Nigeria, it is the executive. Because the legislature, when they saw or when they deemed it fit or necessary to remove the president, which is in their power, because they can pass a notion of no confidence. If they pass a motion of no confidence, which there will be a ballot to impeach the president or force him to resign by himself because he wouldn't have a choice. They could not go through that process or through that road. They rather go out there and start protesting. If people you put in power to represent you start complaining, what are you going to do as the person who put them in power to represent you? That is number one. That shows you the failure of these legislatures. The failure of these legislatures, they are failed. Now, when you come to the judiciary, which is the justice system, the judiciary you see today in High Court, of Abuja High Court, there is a lot of interference from the executive, which is the cabal in Aso Rock, which is the reason why this court has to, be taken to the appeal court, because the interference of the executive is now scuttling the activities of the judiciary, because the judiciary, maybe they want to do their job, and the job that they are competent in, the services they are competent in rendering for the people, they were always being, they are being, manipulated. Their effort to deliver justice is being scuttled by the executive, and can only be done in a place where they practice dictatorship. In a place where they practice dictatorship. Now, I want to read that piece again. I want to read that piece again from the appeal court. Let me. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu extraordinary rendition case. The applicant abduction in Kenya without extradition proceedings and his rendition must be considered. Appeal court. This is a new one. Now, let me read the previous one that I just read. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's extraordinary rendition case. The court must make sure that the law and order are balanced and to curtail the excesses of the executive. The excesses of the executive. Now, for you to know and for the world to agree with me, we are live on Twitter. If you are retweeting, retweet United Nations, Pontius, the US President, African Union, all these, all these structures that that is relevant to hear the cry, and those who are promoting human rights and the fight against the violation of human rights. Now, for them to know that all our, they may call it claim, our allegation, they are all the truth, because there is no reason why a court will say curtail the excesses of the executive. Curtail the excesses of the executive, because the executive is controlling what is happening in the judiciary, which is improper fraction, which is very, very improper, because executive supposed to be independent in Nigeria constitution. Executive supposed to be solely independent. Judiciary supposed to be, vigorously independent. Legislature independent. So when there is excesses coming out from the executive, it means that this is a dictatorship. And when there is dictatorship, you will understand there is no balance in all these three arms of government. It is only one of them that is active and working, and which is unacceptable by a democratic nation, if indeed Nigeria understand the meaning of democracy. Because what they are doing today, it is actually autocracy, dictatorship. Because, so many people in Nigeria, because of the type of, politics they are practicing in Nigeria, the type of politics they practice in Nigeria, which has made the youth, the young people, they are not interested in their politics. The young people are no longer interested in Nigeria politics, because Nigeria politics is something that you will never ever want to actually take part in if you are an upright person. Every upright man cannot, take part in Nigeria politics, because Nigeria politics is a sham. Nigeria politics places the future of our youth, the future of our children, the future of our younger generation in a limbo. That is the reason why young people cannot understand all these things. And we are IPOB. We have come to enlighten the people of Nigeria. And that is exactly what we are doing. The release of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is imminent, and it is something that is sacrosanct. Any other result we get, it is not going to be acceptable. That is going to show you exactly that what we are saying is the truth. We don't lie. We don't promote propaganda. That is the reason why each time these people who are acting like as if they are part of us, which time they promote propaganda, we bring it back and we actually throw light to it, and we send back the message that this is not us. We don't promote propaganda. When we say everything that we send out to the public, you should know it is fact and figure. If we are not sure, we will tell you this is not acting based on the fact. We are not actually sending them this message based on a fact. It is based maybe premonition. It is based on investigation. It is based on prima facie gathered. So it is actually something that we do. We educate the people. We enlighten them so that they will be ready to actually accept their freedom and accept their savior. Because our people are so gullible. They are so gullible that anything and everything, as long as you come here, you lie to them. They love lies. And these lies that they love is about political lies. Every politician they are also deep-rooted in lies. What makes people politicians is being able to recycle lies and present it over and over again, and people will buy their story. That is what makes you a politician. What makes you a politician is being able to give people bogus promises. At the end of the day, you will not fulfill it, and yet you will still come back and they will still agree with you. That is what makes people politicians in Africa. And this narrative is something that IPOB has stirred up to actually change this narrative and bring freedom, bring mind, emancipation, bring we will open the eyes of the black race, that they may see that their mind is been locked away for very many years. And the only way to come out of this predicament we have found ourselves into, it is only to seek for information such as this that I am actually discharging, because information is power. When you lack information, you will become ignorant. And that is the reason why somebody will take the advantage of you being ignorant and manipulate you, and they colonize you, and they will place your mind and control it like a remote. That is actually what is going on in this wicked world. So, those who come here to act like they are going to give you Biafra as soon as you want it, there is no shortcut to freedom. There is no shortcut to freedom. Every means necessary must be explored in the fight to get freedom. Be it political means, be it awareness means, be it lobbying means, which is consultation, be it deliberation, be it what do you call it, roundtable meeting. There must be explored before you will actually engage any other last means that you will want to bring up if the every other means fail. These are the things that our people need to understand. And you should understand that this is exactly the same process that Odumegwu Ojukwu, our eternal leader, went through before he went to war, and which justified that war and that massacre that Nigeria, the war crime committed on our people, the genocidal mission that Nigeria came against our people, courtesy of the British and some of the European countries. There was a Holocaust in Biafra land, in sub-Saharan, which many of our people in Africa, across African region, they are not aware of that Holocaust, because the people who covered that Holocaust was a British, mainstream media, which is BBC. They covered that Holocaust. Now, before we proceed, pause it here. There is another update information that just come in. Extraordinary rendition is a gross violation of local and international laws. That is exactly what the appeal court presented. Extraordinary rendition is a gross violation of local and international laws. Extraordinary rendition. That is the update from appeal court. Now it will make you to understand, because the more updates we are receiving, the more we are proceeding. If the appeal court will understand that the lower court has been compromised by the excesses from the executive, by interference from the executive, you will know that we have won the argument. Number two, extraordinary rendition, which we have been actually talking and about, because if you commit any crime today across the world, you have to be brought to trial in the nation or in the country where you are at that point in time, where you committed that crime. There must be a trial in that country because it is an independent country. It is a sovereign nation. Now you must be brought to trial, which after extradition request is now being submitted against you. There will be trial to see if you have violated any law of that nation where you are residing. There is a trial to see if there is, the nation that is requesting for you to be extradited from their country has any merit to that. There is a trial to see how, safe you are going to be when you arrive in that country. So there are many things to be considered before you actually extradite any individual from another country. All these things was they overrided every of these, processes, and they went through extraordinary rendition, which is a crime against the international law, which Nigeria is a signatory to. So any competent court that you present the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in any country, in anywhere, but unfortunately we are in the zoo, the first thing they are going to actually ask, how did this guy get here? Now, the prosecutor have to now submit every document to the judge, to the court, to the competent court, that this is the extraordinary extradition process, document confirming that we brought this man back through a legal means, not off the book. Because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was brought off the book, which technically states that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in Kenya and his case does not have jurisdiction in Nigeria, because you cannot be trying somebody who is still in another country without them being present. You have to bring them home first. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not home and they're trying him, which is the technicalities that you need to consider as a competent court in every nation before you proceed with any trial. But because there are some interference from the executive, so they have to maneuver a lot of things. Judiciary is actually, it is presumed to be independent according to what we hear in our constitution, or in your constitution, those bogus constitution that you don't even keep, the laws in that constitution. So we do not want a nation where they will make a law, they will never allow that whole law to be upheld, to uphold. We don't want countries that defeats the ends of justice. We don't want country that does not respect people and their opinion. We don't want to be part of a nation that violates human rights. We don't want to be part of a nation that will go out there, kidnap any individual in another nation without any extradition process. We are not even sure if Nigeria has extradition treaty with Kenya, because it must start from there. Nigeria need to, first of all, because if we want to do this thing the right way, Nigeria must first of all, build extradition relationship, which is called extradition treaty, with the Kenya government, with the Kenya as a country. After they have achieved that relationship, they will now submit extradition, letter, extradition request. Now the case will be brought to a competent court of Kenya, which there will be a lawyer, there will be a prosecutor. Is this case that this man is charged with, is it, enough? Do you have enough evidence that will make the court to rule, the extradition process, to rule, on behalf of this nation, which is, who are actually requesting for this their, perpetrator to be extradited back to their country? Does it have any merit as the law of their country? Does it have any merit? Number one, it is not a case that just ends in 2 days, 1 week, 3 days. It takes months for extradition to be finalized. Sometimes it takes years for extradition to be finalized. But this one, it takes few minutes. Nigeria, fly and go. It took few minutes to kidnap, 8 days to fly back without any documentation. Because if there is anything going wrong with the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the first place we are going to ask Kenya, where is this man who came as a tourism in your country? They will say that the documents and according to the history of this man in this country, he is still in this country. So there is no way this man is not in this country, except if he grew wings and flew away. That will be the report from Kenya. So that is the reason why there is issue of jurisdiction. That issue of jurisdiction, you cannot come and arrest me as a police if you are not covering my jurisdiction. If you are not covering that jurisdiction, you cannot try me in a court of law if you are not covering that jurisdiction. That is exactly what the case presents. And that is exactly what this, Nigeria, Nigeria people need to understand, because we know that there are so many the prosecutor failed to tell the court how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was brought back to the zoo. The prosecutor failed to tell the court how Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was brought back to the zoo. The same now leads us to what we are talking about, because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be released. If the prosecutor failed to present documents on how, because now, even if they want to actually act or actually say, we extradited him from Kenya. Now, I want you to know, there is no extradition that will happen to any individual without the notice or the knowledge of that individual. You cannot extradite any individual without trying them in the court of that country where they are residing. You must first of all try, because you don't know if you are sending this person to their dead end. That is the reason why you must try them in the place of their residence or their domicile. You must try the case. Check the case that they are presenting. Check what crime they claim that this man committed. You now check it. Is he going to actually, is he a fugitive? Does it have merit for us to actually extradite this individual? They check your status in the country. They check your criminal record in the country. They have to investigate all that. So the process can take more than 1 year to be done. It is not something that is just done within a twinkle of an eye. Only if you are doing it off the book. Only if you believe you have upper hand in that country where that person dwells. That is exactly how these things work. So all this shenanigan you see happening in Nigeria court, they know that they are fighting a stupid battle. They are actually wasting people's time for no reason. Believe you me, anybody who is intellectual or anybody who is a bit exposed, not professionally exposed to the to the laws and the treaties of international treaties and that know their rights as a human, they will understand that what Nigeria is doing, it is actually a slap on the judicial system of Nigeria. Because they are not supposed to actually condone for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's case to be presented to the court and postponement everywhere, each and every day, when this person is technically in another country. It is not done. What you are doing is actually, what you are doing is actually like a child play. You are actually committing a heinous crime against this individual right. First of all, no country will allow the extradition of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He's not a fugitive. Number one, no country will allow this individual to be extradited from their country because he ran away for his life when Nigeria soldiers descended to kill him. When they killed 28 persons in the compound, that this man escaped and actually ran for his life. You don't know if he ran into the ocean just to escape death from this Nigeria. And there is no country who will approve that extradition. Having seen this process, having seen all these charges leveled against the host nation, things can never happen in that regard. No country. That is the reason why whenever there is a struggle, when there is a struggle, you see people creating government in exile. The government in exile is to get a protection of another sovereign nation. That there is no gravitation that will pull you from that nation without due process. So, in that regard, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu you see today is a political prisoner, which no country will allow him to be extradited. No country will allow him to be extradited to Nigeria as long as he is a freedom fighter. He has never done anything against anybody. All he was doing is sitting behind the mic, just like I am doing right now, and educating his people, and educating them, which several people did. It is like you going to school to learn. Why do you go to school? To learn the things you do not know. Why are you my audience this morning, evening, and night, depending on where you are? Because there are some information you want to extract from my speech. That is the reason why you are here. So if I have you paying attention to what I am saying, I am not committing crime. I am sharing knowledge with you. which is what Nnamdi Kanu did. He enlightened the people. And this, in this words of his of enlightenment, which he shared, or knowledge of enlightenment, which he shared with his people, it actually opened the eyes of these people in Nigeria that they will stand up to challenge that structure that has been killing them, the structure that has been impoverishing them, the structure that has been hiking the inflation rate, that one bag of rice today is more than 39,000 naira. So they have to challenge this structure. This is no longer the time. In this 21st century, we are fast approaching to the fourth industrial revolution. We're already in the fourth industrial revolution. We cannot do the same thing we've been doing from the third and fourth industrial revolution. And it never favored us. It never worked for us. I am having a call from a comrade. Let me see what he wants. Hello? Confirm. 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 One day, let me bring your voice up. Let me bring your voice up. Please tell Biafrans. We are live and direct.
All right, great people of Biafra, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, are great people all over the world. I still remember Zokina Okechukwu, known as the Biafran child, the general. Our leader has been discharged and our Nnamdi Kanu is free. They discharged our leader today. Our leader is free from the court today. The leader of indigenous people of Biafra has been discharged.
Confirm.
Now we are waiting for him to come back home. Confirm, there's no two ways about it. Today, 13th, our leader is free from the hands of the two. And correct. I hope the whole world are listening. Today is my happiest day.
Correct.
And believe you me, I'm coming with a Hennessy tomorrow, a Hennessy that will cost 250 euros. I will open it up tomorrow because today is my happiest day. Our leader,
man, great people of Biafra, IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. One family, IPOB.
IPOB.
Obulile. This is Biafran child Okechukwu, the general. You are hearing his voice. That is the man that is behind this mic that you are listening to right now. The one, the autopilot criminal syndicate has been trying to, bring his name down, trying to actually lie against him, conspiring to bring him down. But we stand with our comrade concern. That is the reason why we are one family. And we can never be segregated into more than one family. Anybody who dares it is going to see their end, as I promised. Autopilot, very soon you will not see them in the media again. One go ahead, please. One go ahead.
Thank you, Mazi George Money. Thank you very much. I also want to thank the media warriors, those that talk about that issue, those that defended me, those that knows that these people are coming with a cheap propaganda. But of course, I know who I am. There is no how on this planet Earth I will begin to defend the leadership. I will be defending the leadership at the same time tackling them. It's impossible.
Of course.
I want the world to know that I am whiter than white, whiter than snow.
Correct.
Nnamdi Kanu message have synced in my mind. and I am fanatical about Biafran Restoration Project.
Correct.
That is why I will do everything in my disposal, regardless all these shenanigans, regardless they in Finland, they're trying to rubbish my name. Of course, the leadership, they are with me. Even though I want to use also this medium to thank Mazi Alozemu on Radio Biafra yesterday and the community radio. He came out there and he defended me. He defended me. And I want to also thank you, George Money. I want to thank our sister Efe. I want to thank Ikenga Uruago. I want to thank every one of you that defended me, that knows that there is no how on this. I believe that they are the people that knows what it takes to give us Biafra. Right. That is why I always support them. That is why I always tell my people that that DOS is the highest office of this movement, and Mazen Namdekanu is highest commander. Correct. And IPOB is our family, and I must defend all these three things jealously. Maz, I thank you. Today is my happiest day. We are waiting to welcome our leader, to take our leader back to our side, to come and start where he stopped, because we are not going to back an inch. We will start where he stopped. Mazi, I will stop here. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You called at the right time. I know that you are calling me a private call, but unfortunately,
yes,
we got this, got to this time now, but you called at the right time. Thank you very much for that. Very important.
Mazi, that is the spirit of Biafra. Correct. That is the spirit of Biafra. That is the spirit of Biafra. I hear you all. I hear you all.
Correct.
They won't.
So, IPOB, one big family. We are fanatic about what we are doing. Very, very fanatic about what we are doing. There is no going back. There is no going back, because we are going forward. Forward ever, backward never. That is the reason why I always tell you people, remember, everything you are doing in this life, there is no shortcut to any good thing that is going to come to you. There is no shortcut. If you want to use shortcut to achieve what is coming to you, dude, you are going to make a mistake that will even take everything. You are going to make a mistake that will actually steal everything from you. Our sister Marian Heda is online. Let us listen to Marian Heda. Our sister Marian Heda is here. Let us listen to Marian Heda. Marian Heda, I know that you are pregnant with words. Please go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna give birth to all of them now. I'm gonna just give birth to one baby. I just want to say hip hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip hip. Hooray!
Hooray!
That is what I came to say. Good morning, Judge Money, my brother. Good morning to all the media audience. Good morning to my fellow Biafrans, to call hard Biafrans. My name's Marian Heda. I'm just getting up because I had to relax, and this is what I expected to happen today. But I want to tell us this. As we are popping our champagne, as we are rejoicing, I'm going to use this adage to finish what I needed to say. Ndị Igbo say na mmiri zocha na ngorongoro alabe.
Correct.
When you have rain, heavy rain that falls, when it finish falling, then those little trickles will still, take effect for a little while.
That's the way it is.
So now, the main battle is won. Where we are now is the logistics. We know the people we are dealing with, the zoo, we know their system, we know the DSS, what they will be doing.
Yes.
So somebody like me, my hand is not yet out of the plow. I know the major victory is done. Like I said, at the fullness of time, that I know what that means. I will come out and tell my story, my journey. But let us not relent. Let us not relent. We must fight the logistics now for the whole battle to completely come to a halt. That is the actual physical release of our Ohamadike.
Correct.
Yes. In paperwork, yes. As far as judicial is concerned, yes. As far as the truth is concerned, yes.
Yes.
Mazi is a free man.
Correct.
But let us remember, the British claimed they left Africa, they left the zoo, but they put a chain in our minds.
Yeah.
And that is what we have been fighting. Somebody like you, me, Mazi, Jonathan, all the social media, those who are into that. When I speak, we're trying to entangle the chain they have in the mind, because mental slavery is the highest.
The worst.
So we know how they operate. Mazi has been physically released. Mazi has been released officially.
Yes.
Officially. But we need him physically in our hands. That is where the fight is now.
Yes.
So we must not relent as we jubilate. Put everything in fact, we have to add more fire to the heat. So that, because these SS will start doing what they know best. We must dislodge them. We'll continue to raise the alarm. So our attack now must to take a reshape. Mazi has been released. Nigeria must obey their own law and let this man walk home.
Yes.
That should be the next attack. Mazi has been declared a free man.
Yes. But
we need him in our hands. So for that freedom to be complete, Nigeria must obey her own judicial system. Yes. Nigeria must obey her own law. We know Nigeria is a lawless country, but in this case, we must force them. We must make them. We must bring all our arsenal. They must obey their own verdict. Mazi must come back alive.
We are ready.
Unharmed. Alive and unharmed. Nothing should happen to him. Okay. We want him intact the way they got him.
In one piece.
No mess, no ifs, no buts. Period. Congratulations, my fellow dear friends. Because Andy was known as Nanko Meredema Umeshi. So we have fought a good fight, but we must finish this fight so that it will be clean fight.
We are going nowhere. We are going nowhere. Yes. This is what we are born to do.
I want to thank our brother that spoke before me. It was good to hear his voice, very refreshing. This is what the enemies we are working on. They knew, like I said, they know. Look, let me tell you, these enemies, whether the ones internal and external, they know how to read the time. They are reading the time. They read the time more than they are aware of what is happening.
Yes,
they are aware of the time because they're reading the time more than some of us. Some of us don't know what time we are in.
Yes.
These enemies are reading the time critically. So, like, that I've been saying, or said on that program, they know that the coming of Mazi is close. They know. So that is why now they know they have failed in decapitating DOF.
Have you seen something? Did you notice something?
Yes.
Today we got a good verdict because they were not told that we are going there.
That is what I'm trying to tell you. So they know that all the nonsense they are putting, they try to decapitate DOS. We fought them with everything we had. Yes. They try to take him to the cleaners. We said, hell no. They came after Ejimofo. We said, all of them, bastards. Now, they started coming along the tentacles. People like Mazi Wachineke, or every other person because what they're trying to do is to see whether they can deal within the structure, because they know they are reading the time. They know the time. They know that their chiefs are up.
Yes.
So now I'm telling us that they're going to come with another twisted, stupid ideology, but they are done. They are done. So let us be awake. Let our eyes be on the ball. The game is over. But in America here, in a football game, it is always said it is not over until it is over. Exactly. So that is where we are now. Yes, we can see the handwriting that the game is over and it's in our favor, but it is not over until the last whistle blows. Then we say it's over. And that is our Hamadike coming home. Home, wherever that home may be. I'm not talking about that, but he must be released into our hands. That's our coming home. God bless you. In healthy, in good health, and in good strength, as we know him. Congratulations to all of us. We've had a good fight. God bless you, my brother.
Congratulations. God bless you. IPOB, one big happy family. That's what we are. I don't fight a lost battle. We are here. Are you Ekwechiligo? We are not going anywhere. That is one important thing that you need to understand, because anybody, you have seen the reason why I've been working and fighting against the enemy within and without, telling you that your brain need to be in gear, reminding you of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's prophecy and his instruction, that it is time for you to put your brain in gear to overcome and to persevere what the enemy will, rain against you. They have come in different ways. Surely they will gather, but they will also scatter. You see all these criminals, infiltrators you see today, very soon you shall see them no more. Then we will count our blessings and name them one after another. This is the reason why they are telling you they will give you Biafra in 2023, because they want to collect as much as they can, so that when something like this big news come, maybe they will disappear. I don't know why I always think they will go and buy land in Syria, where nobody will think that they are going to live. They will go and buy land in Syria and live there. But believe you me, each and every time that I think about these criminals, I think about them going to Syria to buy land, because land is cheap in Syria, and no one will believe that you will go and live in Syria, because no one fights IPOB and goes scot-free. No one. You cannot fight a divine movement and go scot-free. The reason why I joined this fight, it is not because I have a lot of time. I believe it was the right time for me to join, because I have to come and give you part of me. I have to come and lend hand to fight off the enemy, because to fight enemy within and to expose enemies is what I do best. That is the reason why I joined. And let the battle begin. Let the battle line be drawn. I told Simon Epa in 2021, let the battle line begin. It began. And I also told him, time shall come when all of you will disappear from social media. First people who disappeared from social media, it is Nelly and his Apam Nsima. Those who were running their mouth, autopilot, who promoted autopilot. And before I engaged this fight, I told you I sent a delegate to see our leader. I consulted with our leader. That is the reason why I am firing. It doesn't matter what rubbish you write in that comment section. I keep on firing because I know that onye nna ya ziri oshi ọ na-eme olu odi owere ụkwụ gbalie door tais ọgbawa door. So if what you are writing in that comment section does not move me, so what you are writing in the comment section becomes my drive. That each time I come online, if I don't see you writing those junk, it means that I am not talking to anything. I am not actually, talking to people, somebody. So when I see you writing junk in the comment section, it means I am talking to somebody. And my message will eventually change you to actually digest the knowledge of the truth. We are going to be victorious as we have passed the first step, which is the judicial step. Just like our sister said, Marian Hedda, we are going to now focus on the next level, next step, which is the logistics, which is also, this DSS and their flouting of judicial, decisions. But, when we get to that bridge, we will cross it, because it is now time that all these DSS, we will start knowing their chief, their commanders, so that we will bring them to the public, because all these people, they will actually come out from that Nigeria, go for medical checkup in another country in Europe, where there is a human right, where human rights are being respected, where, they have, security, where they live good life. They go there, they go and experience good life. They say they go for holidays. When you see them coming back, they will be doing like this. Those who went to 5-star places. But if you refuse. So we will now get their, where they, whom they are, so that we will actually present them to the world. Their activities, they cannot continue to violate human rights from where they come from, and they go where people, where their right will be secured. Because there is something we might not know, or you might not know, because myself, I know it. The power of media. That is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started from the media. That is the reason why when I come here every day, you ask me, why is it always about Simon Ekberima? Because you don't know the damage media can do. It is media that they have used to destroy so many lives of our people, our heroes and heroines. It is media. So it is media that will make people to actually see you as a criminal or see you as a fugitive. Power of media. Because when I come to this media, I begin to call you a killer. You are a killer. Anywhere you go, people who are always watching me will see you as a killer. And the worst part of it, if I present some evidence, just like we always do, that you are a killer. Of course, anybody who sees you, that is one of the things all these autopilot they do. One of the things they do all the time without knowing that we have all their documentaries, we have all their faces, we have all their names. So when both those who believe they are playing hide and seek, they believe they have fooled us, we have your real identity. So that is exactly what you don't know. because what you don't know is indeed bigger than you. All of them who are supporting the infiltrators, who knows the time is it, and they decided to turn their back on the struggle, and they contributed in the death of hundreds of Biafrans in Biafra land in the name that they want to hijack the ESN, in the name that they are in charge of the ESN. In all these things, including those who came to their platform after a few days they died, which I saw that criminal in Finland saying that it is Soludo who killed the person. You know, that story, I believe I followed the story, and I believe I know the story. Because when the issue with this guy started, Soludo was not in power. I'm not defending Soludo, but the truth must be spoken. When the issue of this guy started, Soludo is not even in power. It was Obiano who was handling all this issue of that guy and whatever that guy came to say in Simon's platform. You know, it was Obiano. So when I tell you, because I think I have that video here, which I am going to still do a thorough analysis on the lies this criminal in Finland told you, how he brought somebody to his platform, Laputia. Like I told you that anybody who follows this criminal, you are doomed to fail. Once you start following him, you are writing your death, you are signing your, your death warrant, or your death warrant rather. Now I want you to listen to what he says here before we now proceed.
The London boy.
Listen.
No room for London boy to fail or to win in their fight. We are not going to give anybody opportunity for that. The time is here. It is either we get our freedom from Nigeria or we get it by flame. Flame!
Pay attention. I want you to listen.
This is what I have come to do this evening. But on this note,
listen.
I want to make another exposition.
Go ahead.
You remember, all of you remember last time, one of our own was killed in Anambra State. He appeared on this our hallowed chamber.
Hallowed chamber.
He
appeared in your hallowed chamber and he went and died. It is indeed hallowed chamber, indeed. The opposite. He appeared in your hallowed platform. Few days he died. Who killed him? That is what I keep telling you. He has killed our people, direct and indirect. And most of these things he does. So many people who are educated, but because they are product of Nigeria, they are not able to read the handwriting on the wall. They will always follow the wrong move and make mistakes. He appeared in your platform, he died. This man did not die all this while. So if Simon Ekpa is not doing what he is doing, involving or indulging in criminality that he is doing today, this man would have still been alive. This guy would have still been alive. But because of you and your greed for the, your actual hunger for fortune and fame made you killed a family man. You might not be the one who pulled the trigger, but you are the one who lapota the man. You are the one who set that man up. Like I said, you might not be the one who pulled the trigger, but the way you present yourself as if you have something to offer, that gullible people might believe that they can even entrust their secret or their lives in your hands without knowing that you are a criminal. The only thing you care about is yourself. The only thing you care about is yourself. Because if not you, nobody else. That is your code. That is your slogan. If not you, nobody else. Now that is the reason why you brought this man in. You now expose him to his death. Listen and see the lies that he is about to tell you. I am still gathering that story. I will tell you how this man, when this man died, I might not be able to know how he died or what killed him, but I will tell you when it happened and who is in position of power in Anambra State at that time. Listen to this.
And of course, so today I've come to show you the Soludo's commander, the kidnapper that killed him. That is confession. So those of you who are thinking that Soludo...
So now I am going to leave it here. Like I said, I will have time to do this exposition. And the reason why I brought it is for you to know the lies this guy continued to tell. This is the guy that he's set up to his death. This is the guy. This was the guy he's set up to his death. This was him. And Nelly actually talked about it. Why is it that people come to your platform and go and die? You never paid attention to her because you know that she's somehow insane. But this was the guy whom Simon killed. Whether direct or indirect, he did it. So the reason why I have showed you this will be our next exposition to continue to show you how unreliable this criminal is, how unreliable he is. Because this man died during the time of Obiano. It was Obiano that was actually handling the case of the story of that man. It was Obiano. But I am going to leave that issue there. The first celebration continued. Our leader is, technically free. We are waiting for him to join us in no distance time. I want you Biafrans to know that nkume ndị na-ewu n'ọjụrụ a ga-emecha weli amesi nkuku nọ. This rejected stone by the builders, they will use that stone to do the cornerstone. 6,000 is watching us in 2 minutes. 100,000 is watching us in 5 minutes. And when the DOS comes, he says that nobody is watching them. Because so many of these 6,000 decided to follow suit with the evil people, with the people who come to kill, to steal, and to destroy. They decided to follow suit or to join suit with them to oppress the innocent. But very soon, we will begin to use the same DOS as a cornerstone. We abide by instruction. command and control. If you are not disciplined enough to follow IPOB, you zuzuru nyefe. One central command. That is the code. And so many of you have forgotten this code. So many of you have forgotten this code. Let me see if our lawyers are out there to speak to us. Let's see if our lawyers are out there to speak to us. Let's see. One moment. The judge of the lower court erred when he failed to hold to the evidence provided regarding the case of extraordinary rendition of appellants. It was because of the interference of the man in Asorok. The interference of the executive. We know it, and I told you all this. The interference of the executive. That is as a result. The woman who's supposed to do the right thing, because she ended up doing the wrong thing. But I blame her also because that is her profession. She's supposed to make sure that the law is upheld. She's supposed to make sure that the innocent is set free. The criminals is set behind bars. But that was not the case. So I blame her also. Because what we are here to say is the truth from Elohim. I am checking quickly to see if our legal team, if they are out already to actually speak to us. Court to discharge and acquit Mazen Nnamdi Kanu of any terrorism charges. Okay, this is Barrister Ejiofor's post. This is Barrister Ejiofor's post. Breaking news from Daily Post, breaking news, court discharge and acquit Nnamdi Kanu of every terrorism charges. Let me bring it to your screen so that you will read with me. Let us read it together so that while we will see if we are going to hold on until our legal team speaks to us. If we are not going to hold on until he speaks to us, we will indeed come back. Now let us read this news. Are you seeing the news? Or okay, that is not what I actually captured. Let me bring it to you, the news. Let me capture it and bring it to you. Let us read it together. Okay, there we go. Now it says, one moment. This is the news. Breaking. Court discharges and acquits Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism charges The Court of Appeal in Abuja on Thursday declared as illegal and unlawful the abduction of the Biafra Nation agitator Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria and quashed the entire terrorism charges brought against him by the federal government. The court held that the federal government breached all local and international laws in the forceful rendition of Kanu to Nigeria, thereby making the terrorism charges against him incompetent and unlawful. In a judgment in an appeal by Kanu by Justice Oludotun Adefope Okojie, the criminal charges by the federal government against Kanu were voided and set aside. The appellate court said that the federal government, having flagrantly breached the fundamental right of Kanu, lost the legal right to put him on trial. The court held that laws are meant to be obeyed and that the federal government has no reason to have taken laws into her own hands, rather, in the illegal and unlawful way the matter of Kanu was handled. Correct. Justice Adebola held that failure of Nigeria to follow due process by way of extradition process as prescribed by the law was fatal to the charges against Kanu. The appeal court further held that the failure of the federal government to disclose where and when the alleged offenses brought against Kanu were committed was also fatal to the terrorism charges and made them liable to dismissal. By engaging in other unlawful and the illegal act and in breach of its own laws in the instant matter, the federal government did not come to equity in clean hands and must be called to order. Fire, fire. Oh. With appalling disregard to the local and international laws, the federal government has holds the right to put the appellant trial for any offense. Has lost the right to put the appellant trial for any offense. They have lost the right. They have lost the right to actually proceed with any case or charges against him for any offense whatsoever. It is discharged and acquitted. I continue to read, though it's not there, but I continue to read. Treaties and protocols are meant to be obeyed. No government in the world is permitted to abduct anybody without following the due process of extradition. Nigeria is not an exception or excuse. Nigeria must obey her own law and that of international so as to avoid anarchy, the court held. That was what we were speaking this afternoon. That is how informative we are. That is how intelligent we are. That is how formidable we are. We do not tell you bogus information. This is actually the article that was written a few moments ago. So that is exactly what we are talking about few minutes ago, because we are competent in everything we come here to talk to you about. We do not actually exaggerate. When I come here to give you information, take it to the bank, it will cash in. If I have made mistake, it is a very, very little mistake to actually compare to the rest of my work. Nobody is above mistake. So that is the reason why I will put, if I have made mistake, it is a very, very little. If I have missed my target, it is a very, very little. So the most important thing is that we do not talk what we don't know. And what we don't know is bigger than you. That is the reason why you should not engage in a fight that you are not aware of its origin. For those of you who cowardly, ignorantly started fighting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, because those who fought the leadership, you were not fighting just the leadership. You were not fighting China Sanwo-Olu. You were not fighting Chike Doziem. You were not fighting Nzurumi Ike. You are not fighting among all the members of the DOS. You are fighting Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You have fought your savior. And you might be forgiven, but no sin goes unpunished. That is something you must not remove from the back of your head. You might be forgiven, but no sin goes unpunished. It is very, very important that you realize that I kept telling you people, if you don't start now, you will never finish. That the fact that you start now does not mean that you are going to finish, but at least you have at least tried. You have at least tried. All these people who have exploited you, who have done all manner of things, extorted money from you, they are going to give account of everything they have done, everything they have cost, the struggle. They are going to give account because there is no sin that goes unpunished. And IPOB is a formidable force that no power, no force, no energy is going to actually bring IPOB down because it is rooted in a truth. That is the reason why I keep telling you lies will never thrive in IPOB. Lies will never thrive. It will not have a stand in IPOB. And we cannot use lies to get our freedom because this freedom movement is rooted in truth. And that is the reason why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu always make reference. I will destroy the zoo with the truth. With what? The truth. Not with lies. Not with any other thing. Not with the gun and bullet. With the truth. That is how it is. And we follow that principle and protocol. He does not give you a false hope. He tells you something that is there. He does not come and tell you that we are going to override this, we are going to override that, we are going to get you Biafra next year, because he tells you it is the last miracle. And that miracle is coming closer and closer and closer. Each and every day that you wake up, you are a step closer to that miracle. That is something that so many of our people are not patient about. Each and every day you wake up and you see the light, we are closer and closer to those miracles that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu talked about, because the whole world is in segregation. And that miracle will only come when there is a chaos in the world. And that chaos is in the world now. Because Elohim Chukwu Okike Abiama does not do anything without bringing, his wrath upon the people of the world. That is when a narrative will change. That is when, prayers are being answered. That is the prayer you've been praying all these years. Prior to 1967, more than 40 years, you've been praying this prayer for us to gain our freedom. For us to gain our freedom. We have won. Barrister Joe for kudos. Also that we have won. We have won. Victory, victory, victory. Kudos to you. And Michael Zokome. And all other, lawyers who participated. I will also call Barrister Ejima Kor, regardless of all his few flaws. I will mention him also because he did also a formidable work. And the most important thing, every other lawyers, I might not remember your name. There is this other lawyer. Is it Even if I don't remember your name, you guys are wonderful. You guys rock. You guys rock. You know, you guys are very, very formidable, and your work will never be forgotten by Biafrans because you guys rock indeed. No joke. So now let me check if we have the lawyers out of the courtroom, and we will hear directly from them because I don't know. We need to hear from them. We need to hear from them. Okay. Okay. Congratulations, the solid rock. Correct. Correct. Now let's see if oh, thank God salute. Thank God salute has begun. All hail Biafra. It has begun. It has begun. Wow, 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 wow. I am actually waiting to bring to your screen. People are celebrating. People are celebrating. Okay, our lawyers, they are not out yet. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see here. And there is something else I discovered today as well. Have you noticed? Hold on, before I bring it to you, I want to hear what they say here. Okay. There is something, the lawyers are not yet out to speak. And I believe they will be out shortly. Let me see how long we have been into this program. Are we only an hour into this program? We're going to finalize it in 2 minutes. Hey, my biggest comrade is calling. Let me answer it. Let me answer this call. Odogwu nwoke. Odogwu nwoke. Odogwu nwoke. Ịkpọrọ akpọ. Na mgbe anyị ga-apịala unu, thank God salute, thank God salute. Mpụta na ka m anọ m online as we are speaking. Anọ m ezigbote online. Anọ m online, but tinyere m gị na speaker, but anọ m online. Correct. Odogwu nwoke. Hey. Correct. Need too much. Ama m ife ị ga-emenwu. Odogwu nwoke. Na ndewo. Congrats. IPOB, one family. You people have done a wonderful job. Correct. Wow. This is in case in Mili. The information now, the one I receive right now was in Mili. Wow. I am so happy to this evening. I am so happy this evening. I am so happy. Very, very happy. I am very, very happy. It is. at least once I hear from this call, I know that Nifane Mwegisi. Yatago. Wow. Thank God salute. Thank God salute. Or if I got Wapuluchuku. Hey, comrade. Comrade, should I bring you online? I'm not set to go. You don't set. One day, congratulations. I've been not a FIFA since morning, but ever since I hear this news, I don't heal. Oh, because I'm in the program. I didn't see your call because I'm receiving calls. You know, I've been receiving calls, but I didn't see your call actually. Sorry for that, my brother. I know what you can do. I know what you can do. Correct. Osetiana, my brother. No be small Osetiana. You don't set. Everywhere don't red. What you don't know. Congratulations. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much. Good job. All right. Wow. Wow. IPOB, one family. Hey, I don't know. I wish I am home. If I was home, I am IPOB, one big family. Wow. Wow. Onye si ọbụlụ gị mee gịnị o nwere ife ị ga-eme. Every day, the criminals we have expelled. Lawyer you don't have. But you are expelling people who have lawyer. Every day, the criminals we have expelled. The person that is the one you call your disciple, you have never set your eyes upon him or sent somebody to visit him. But every day, the people who have done that, the criminals that we have expelled. Hi, my brothers and my sisters. This type of waye bulunu na this egugunu changum. Simon egugunu chandum. Ogugunu gogoligo. Wow. Correct. Our leader is on the way. Hey! Congratulations, Biafrans. Congratulations, all the media warriors. Let me remember our media warriors in comment section. Let me start from YouTube to see if we have actually fans on YouTube. Where is that YouTube? Okay. Let me start from there. Let me actually, because from YouTube, I can bring you to the screen. Chuku Dubem Meme Kenneth, you are watching from Togo. St. George Money, evenings, I'm watching Eke. Chuku Dubem Kenneth. Good evening. Congratulations, Chuku Dubem Kenneth. Congratulations. All hail Biafra. Chichi say all hail Biafra. And okay, Chichi. Agnes, good evening, George Money. He say. You remember Agnes Chukwuemeka? You remember that I when I wrote this when I wrote this, my topic, you check the time I wrote it, check the time of the verdict. You will know that we feel it, we felt it before it occurred. So at least you seconded that feeling positively. You say, "Good evening, Judge Money." He say, he say, he say. That means the spirit is connected. Congratulations, Agnes. Your Ise actually, it is not in vain. Let's see this person before, while we are still waiting. We are still waiting for the Lego team to actually, to be ready to speak. We are waiting for the Lego team to be ready to speak. Judge Money, good evening from here. I think, okay, before we proceed, let me zoom in to see if they are out. Let's see. Let's zoom in to see if they are out. Okay, the Lego team is not out. There is, okay, they are. They are. Let us actually join. Let us actually join. They are out. Let us join them. Ompa. Choi, choi, choi. Let us join the Michael Sokome before we proceed with our recognizing our media warriors in the comment section. You guys has been wonderful. We couldn't have made it without you guys. Now, let us join Sir Mike Ozokome. Why is this muted?
Against to this court of appeal. And today, the court of appeal, who wrote a very lengthy contributory judgment, but agreeing to the Honorable Justice Ediowe Nikitobi, who wrote a concurring and agreeable judgment. All of them used very strong words to say that the respondent, the federal government itself, brazenly breached the laws it has set made regarding extradition. That it never followed due process, that it never followed international conventions.
Correct.
That it never even followed the Anti-Terrorism Act.
Correct.
And that the respondent made in a most cavalier manner relied on some sections of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act, which mainly deal with arrest of a suspect. And the court asked the question: if you look at those provisions, they talk about arresting or executing a warrant of arrest against a suspect within the territorial jurisdiction of Nigeria.
Correct.
Not outside Nigeria. So to go outside Nigeria, to go and capture, abduct, and kidnap a citizen of Nigeria and forcibly rendition him back to Nigeria, you have breached your own law. You have breached all known international instruments.
Correct.
And that no court of law would take that, because God exists to do justice, pure and undiluted justice, without fear or favor, without ill will or malice. So they were very strong, very vehement in condemning the action of the federal government in disregarding all international laws. The African Charter of Human and People's Rights,
Correct.
the UN Charter and various conventions, enforcedly kidnapping and rendering Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria in the most horrific manner. You know what it reminded me of? The court did not say that today.
I can't see myself.
It reminded me of the horrendous kidnap, and not just kidnapped, but also being created of Alhaji Umar Dikko on the 9th of July, 1984. When they even sedated him with some monkeys and spirits, and he was put to sleep until some airport people at the airport in London.
Hello?
Said something was fishy. That was what led to the man being released. The only difference, in spite of the international condemnation of that act, which led to Dikko being freed and brought back to Nigeria safely, the only difference is that, and I'm now again telling this government, that when a body like the United Nations Human Rights Committee, as it did on the 20th of July this year, made a pronouncement which ordered that Nnamdi Kanu be released immediately and forthwith and be paid compensation for his illegal and brutal and torturous kidnap in Kenya and his forceful rendition, extraordinary rendition back to Nigeria. The United Nations condemned it. If the federal government had lacked in on that line of communication by following the United Nations judgment through its Human Rights Committee, perhaps we wouldn't need today's judgment of the Court of Appeal. But the wrong that was not righted by the federal government through the UNO's human rights working groups judgment or ruling of 20th July 2022 has just been righted by the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division. And the court made it clear that no person, howsoever highly placed, and no authority can subvert the rule of law and act whimsically and capriciously, because Nigeria operates democracy, which gives vent to the rule of law and its concomitant adherence. Today, we saw the potency of the law. And this is why I now want to disagree with Alexander Hamilton, one of the great federalists, the other federalists who were present between May and September 1787, when 50 Americans gathered in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, to make a new constitution to have a more perfect union, because they were already independent confederates. They wanted a center that can take care of certain things, while the confederates are dissolved into federations that can also take care of their own. Alexander Hamilton, he wrote thereafter in his Federalist paper number 78, saying that the judiciary is the weakest of the three arms of government amongst the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. Under the tripartite doctrine of separation of powers, which in 1748 had been famously propounded by Baron de Montesquieu, a great French philosopher. And the reason given by Alexander Hamilton is that the judiciary has neither purse to keep money nor sword to affect his judgment. But today, I want to disagree with Alexander Hamilton by saying, when the judiciary blows its trumpets, the other two arms of government, the legislature and the executive, go into hiding, because the judiciary is a big masquerade. Is the Kabiesi, is the Oba, is the Emir, is the Eze. The other two arms of government, though equal and independent, I dare say, are like the ballets. Because once the judiciary speaks, no other arm of government speaks.
So, in view of this, will you be asking for compensation on behalf of your clients?
I will first meet my client, break the good news to him, then we discuss the way forward. Because the United Nations had already said, Nnamdi Kanu should be paid compensation for the violation of his human rights, which this court of appeal again found today that his rights were brutally violated. The court of appeal was emphatic about that his rights were violated. The principle of law is ubi jus, ibi remedy. Where there is a right, there must be a remedy. The law does not act in vacuum. We say the minimis non curat lex. The law does not pursue trifles. So when I confer with Nnamdi Kanu and he gives the green light, that means when we get to the bridge, when we get there, we will then cross it. But I do not always like to jump the gun because I act with the instructions of my client. But today, let me emphasize this again and again, as I did when I knelt down. Let me thank the judiciary. Let me thank my hard-working team, particularly this young man, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, a very consummate, intellectual, fecund, cerebral. My good friend and classmate here, Benson Bano, calm, but deadly calm in his intellectual disposition. And all the other members of this team that have worked assiduously with me, day and night, to see to this victory. No house stands without pillars. They have been the supporting pillars. I want to thank you all. More and most importantly, not only do I thank God, because He's a jealous God who does not share His glory with man, I hereby give the entire thanks, glory, and full adoration to Almighty God, the Creator, the Father of heaven and earth.
Thank you very much.
Thank God. And God bless Nigeria. God bless Nnamdi Kanu.
Amen.
God bless the judiciary. Amen. May God give us a strong nation where everybody has equality, where honor and pride will no longer matter, where justice, equity, good conscience, egalitarianism, mutual respect, religious tolerance, ethnic group tolerance, gender tolerance, and then Nigeria, a country of 278.6 million people, can move ahead and overtake the rest of the world, including the Asian tiger.
Thank you very much, Princess Gilbert. Yeah, this is how we saw it. He has delivered the job well done. But in that regard of God blessing Nigeria, I don't agree with him. There is no Nigeria that will be blessed. God can bless the good people living inside Nigeria that are willing to have freedom. Not Nigeria, because Nigeria is fair, they have inflicted ferocious war and intimidation on her people. So there is no Nigeria that God will bless. So it is very, very important that we are the winner. We have won. We have won. Have you seen it? For one criminal who come and say Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes to court with designers clothes. Have you seen it? Criminal. I don't know where you come from. You came to grant interview. Every time you see one efulefu, they will come from nowhere. Their problem is that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is wearing a designer's wear. Why don't you do good so that people will give you a designer's wear? This color you are not speaking. If you are not speaking this time around, I won't pick your call again. Hello? Are you ready to speak now? You're calling for the program. Yes. Oh, you are not hearing me. Is it OC? Okay, OC, you want to speak to the program, right?
Yes.
Please go ahead, and I will send the link to the YouTube. Let me send this link to the YouTube in case if anybody want to, who is not able to call.
Okay, that is okay. Maybe I will join on the link.
Okay, if you want to join the YouTube.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
All right.
Today is the most happiest day in my life.
Correct. So that's why let me bring people
our
to.
brother Biafran child said. He said that Mazi will start where he stopped. No. Mazi is not going to start where he stopped because already before when they kidnapped him and he left, so the people that he put in that in that place have been doing the work. The only thing left now is when he come out, he will finish what he started just to finish. We are now into finishing. He's not going to begin where he stopped. No. He's now going to finish because already within all this period, everything is moving. Something is happening. So now when he come out, he will just finish. We are now into finishing. By the time like John Cena and all this one wrestling, by the time they raise the leg up and they hit their hand on the floor 3 times, which means the winner, that person is a winner. So now we are the winner, and now we are going to finish and use broom and broom them out. In fact, and use broom and broom them out. That is the thing. So he's not going to go back to start where he stopped. Because already we have overpassed that. We have overpassed it. Now he is coming to finish. So that is where I stand.
Yeah, he's coming to finish for real. In case we have the link on YouTube. If you want to come and celebrate our victory, you have the link on YouTube. I believe I have sent it. Which Judge Money blog have I sent it to? I have sent it to Judge Money blog. Okay, Judge Money blog main page. I have sent the link. If you want to come and jubilate, tell us how happy you are, you can actually click that link and come in, and you will be able to do so. I believe I have sent it on. Do I have? I don't know if it.
Okay, Mazi, let me go to the YouTube and join you on the link.
All right. Unfortunately, I cannot send it to you. Twitter. If you are watching on Twitter, I won't be able to send it to the Twitter because Twitter will not. I'm not, having access to the Twitter. Okay, let me see if I can, so that those of you who want to join can actually join in order to actually celebrate our victory and tell us what you think about the victory that we have today. So I have sent it on Judge Money blog on Facebook. I have sent it on Judge Money blog Africa on YouTube. If you are watching from Twitter, you can actually go to one of these places I have mentioned. You will find the link in case if you want to join and actually, even if you don't want to show your face, if you want, even if you are autopilot, you want to come and celebrate the victory of the DOS led by Mazen Namdekano, you can actually come in and celebrate the victory. Now, before we go there, let me continue. While we are waiting for you, let me continue to actually appreciate our comment section warriors from YouTube. Let me continue to appreciate them from YouTube before we go to, because we are in so many different Facebook platforms, so we might not be able to know where you are, but whichever one you are, we are saying congratulations to you guys. People like AB Gina AB. I will bring you up now. Those who are joining, I will bring you up now. So I have seen you. And let me actually appreciate AB Gina AB. She's been wonderful. These are the people who deserve the trophy. Kara Gold. Agua Aguinyarogi. Mano Onilogoro. Adeline. Agua Aguinyarogi. Mano Onilogoro. And let me see. Many of them, there are many of them. These people has been wonderful. Chichi Obiefuna. That name sounds so familiar. Chichi Obiefuna. It's actually the first time I am seeing you, but that name sounds very familiar. You are welcome. Congratulations. Thank you, Biafra Child, for your consistency. Chichi Obiefuna said. Thank you, Biafra Child, for your consistency. I hope you heard. Okay. Chichi Obiefuna, we appreciate you. You guys have been wonderful. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ ime ihe niile, otuto dịrị ya. Let's see who. Otumbadi Okaebu. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ ime ihe niile, otito dịrị gị. Fulani's terrorist government will hail IPOB and Biafra. Correct. Let me bring you this side. Hold on for me. I want to appreciate our comment section warriors. I know that so many people who are watching from other channels, you can I have access here with Judge Money blog, where the link is. Hey, where is the Mazi C2?
It has been a long time. There is a new link image I used at that time. You started using that time. Anytime I want to join with that link,
yeah, that one is difficult to connect. I have tried so many of them, including the ones that are very costly, but they are not giving me exactly what I want. But Today, actually, I actually brought this one back today. I brought it back today because this one is very easy. Because I know we are
Yes,
getting victory today. I know we are getting victory today. So I need this one that is very, very easy to assess. So that is the reason why I brought this one back.
I
So
think
we are
our national anthem needs to be played today now.
yeah, our national anthem must be played. It must be played. It must be played. You are right. You are right. It must be played. So let me bring it while we are waiting for. I'm actually trying to. I'm no longer used to using this one also now. I'm a bit confused. Okay. It's been a while. These functions, their functions are very different. Their functions are very different.
Yeah,
So, but
yeah.
I know that the next program I'll be expert again in using it because it is not.
Even the last time, Mazi seems to have tried everything. Both me and Mazi, we have tried to join. I'm seeing him. Sometimes when I come, I will see him there. But he's trying coming up, sometimes he's just kicking everybody.
Now he started calling me on the phone. He started calling on the phone. So he
Yeah.
started joining through the phone. So, but with this one, it is very, very easy. It is very, very easy. Once you click on it, you go in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Chineke idimma, 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 Chineke idimma, 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 idimma. Where's Simon Ekpa there? Where is he? I beg. Where is he? We dey look for him now. We need him now. Where is he? Where is Simon Ekpa?
no, we will see. He's gullible. Will wait for him to come now and tell them that he has released Mazen Namdekan.
Yes. That is the next. The lawyer he brought, the lawyers he brought, and the lawyer he's paying have released Mazen Namdekan.
Yeah. No.
Autopilot have released Mazen Namdekan. Chai!
No, that's
Oh,
what
God.
he's going to tell them if he will come online today.
No, he will hide his face in shame. He will hide his face in shame. Am I saying that he will hide? Am I saying that he will hide his face in shame because onye enweghị ifere cha.
He does not have shame. If I had him on
At all, onye enweghị ifere cha eziokwu. Onye enweghị ifere.
Where are those criminals who will always ask, what have you done to release Mazen Namdekan? Where are they?
They are nowhere to be found.
No, where are they? I want you to come and ask me that, stupid question. What have you done to release Mazen Namdekan? Where are you now? It is time for you.
Within the period of time, something begins to rain that DOS is not talking about Mazen Namdekan again. That DOS is not saying anything about releasing of Mazen Namdekan again. But I trust them because it's not everything that we are doing will come out. Sometimes, sometimes here, there are sometimes when people will be. I will tell them, see, let me tell you something. If Mazen Namdekan will be released, how Mazen Namdekan will be released will be surprise to everyone. They will be telling me, forget that thing, that government, them hold the power, they no free release Mazen Namdekan like that, they no free release them. Say Mazen Namdekan. I tell them, say there is no
exposition.
There is no problem. But how it will happen, you people will hear it, and that is sometimes they will be talking about that. The other time, there's one guy saying that, since Namdekan was arrested, what have DOS done? What have DOS? I asked him just one single question. Number one, are you in IPOP? No, you are not in IPOP. Are you in autopilot? Yes, maybe, I don't know. But I can't answer for you for that.
There is
But
nothing
what
like
I'm sure,
autopilot.
you are not in IPOP.
I think C2
So
is
now,
calling. I think C2 is
okay,
calling. Hold on.
tell him
C2.
to come.
C2, use the link and come in. The link is on YouTube, or should I post it again? Correct. Oh. Okay, let me put you on speaker so long until you decide to come in.
Okay.
Come in.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I can still hear OC speaking. Is he still speaking?
No, you can go ahead.
Yes, I'm here, my brother. Where am I going? I have no work this
Okay.
night. So.
Follow dear friends all over the whole world. This is your brother C2, the only man who have vowed that Biafra must be restored.
Confirm.
Mazi George Money, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have placed every Biafrans who he trusted and who some of people you can see and some that you cannot see. They are doing the job and we know the task. And we know exactly what he told us. And then we are waiting patiently. But I thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama for the victory of Onyendu today. I said, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama, may he take all the whole praise.
Correct.
The praise will never go to any human being, but only Chukwu Okike Abiyama. But believe, but make sure that Chukwu Okike Abiyama will use people like you, money. We use people like Chike Dosiem, Chinasa Nworu, Biafran Child, Ikenga, Efe, Metusadek, my brother, and Masimap, and all of you, Judge Money, if you can remember the first day I get in touch with you, if you can tell Biafrans what I told you, because I was crying in my heart. When, if you can, I want you to tell Biafrans today, the first day I contacted you, what I told you, so that Biafrans can know that we are not sleeping.
You said that ever since you saw me, you have started sleeping again. That
thank you very much, my brother.
If I am sick or anything, I should come online.
Thank you. So that Biafrans can know that we did not start today. Because you know why, Biafrans? Our people are so gullible to be convinced. I never know that the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that our people are still backward. I never know. I was crying in my heart. I was saying to myself, Mazi have united our people, including other ethnic groups. Mazi have united our people. That is my joy. That our people are beginning to speak in one voice. I was happy. If you go for Biafra land, we are there on the ground. They will call you Wachineke.
Correct.
And I'm not gonna be afraid when they call me Wachineke. But immediately Mazi was kidnapped. That is the way we move this time around. When somebody call you a name, DSS can call you Wachineke to see your reaction. You know, these are the things we're trying to lecture our people.
Yes.
But our people are not intelligent enough to know when our enemy have Yele Ishago to come and kill us. They never know some of our enemies. Our people did not know. Mazi, I cried because I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went on a mission. Not everybody knows it.
They don't know.
Mazi went on a mission.
Yes. Yes.
And immediately Mazi went to the mission, he set his trap, and then the zoo kidnapped him, and they unleashed their terrorists. Who is their terrorist? Samaneba and his co-gangs.
Correct.
Yes, they are terrorists.
Correct.
They unleashed them. Lai Mohammed paid them to come and start bringing confusion. Mas, a little did I think that our people have been speaking in one voice. I never know that our people are still backward again. When I see our people start listening to somebody they did not even know where they came from. When I see Biafrans start listening to idiots, when I see Biafra start saying that the Solomon Zinam Dekano, they hear it from a Fulefu, somebody we don't know where he came from. Edenkuma, we don't know where he came from. I cry. As the judge, I cry in my heart. I say, what have been, who have cost Igbo? What have we done wrong? I cry. That is when I call you. I say, Judge Money, my brother, please. If you are not even well, if you are sick, please come out on social media because I know exactly what I was telling. I know exactly what I was seeing. Join the other media warriors to debunk these people. Please, I pleaded with you. And they said to me that you are here to do the job. Because from what I was seeing, I know that our people have gone astray. And then I asked our people, whose voice did you hear? Is it normal Zinnam the kind of voice you hear before you wake up? How come did you start following this idiot that we don't know where he came from? How come that this idiot will tell you to go and stone a woman that is frying akara? How come that this criminal called Samaneba will tell you to go and beat a woman who is selling oko in the market? How come that this idiot, this maggot called Samaneba, who is going to tell you to go and destroy a woman who is selling ogri? And then you will went there and destroy a whole woman who is trading to make sure his children feed. And then you go and destroy his goods. And then he will be still sitting down in Finland, enjoying himself. I keep crying, asking Chukwu Kabiama, please help me. Help me to make sure that I can see this guy Gabianono. That has been my prayer. Pastor George, I don't know if you can hear me.
Correct, loud and clear. The whole world is listening.
Yes. I keep asking Chukwu Kabiama day and night. Chukwu Kabiama, you know, make I can see this guy Bianono. I asked Chukwu Kabiama, direct this guy in the wrong way. Make him to be speaking with two words of his mouth. And then he never know when he was doing it. Someone never speak with two voices of his mouth. But when he said it, he will never know. Until people will come and debunk him. And then I know that God have answered my prayer and this guy failed. And this guy came out to start, convincing our people, telling our people that DOS sell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that DOS collected money, that they are in Biafra land driving jeep. And you will see, idiots. People are thought they know more better. Okay, now warfare will come out on social media talking rubbish. Let me tell this for one secret now that I know that you people don't know. All of you that register yourself in Enter Biafra, all of you that enter Biafra, that register your name Enter Biafra, Samaneba have given your name to the Zoo DSS. If you don't know it now, because we want you people. Get out from that place. Get out from that place. If your name is in Enter Biafra, then make sure that the DSS is holding your record. Samaneba have given your record to the DSS. I am giving you this secret now because I'm happy. Because I want it to be happening to you people one by one so that you will know what you have put in yourself into. Samaneba is working with the Zoo government, but you people don't know it. What I'm telling you here, we are under oath, we don't lie. What I'm telling you here is confirmed. And then you will see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will confirm it to you people. But when we tell you, you people say we are jealous. The Zoo government send this guy, send him. Immediately interview our leader. Don't you know that that interview Samaneba was pushing to? Immediately he interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then the Zoo government contacted him and said, yes, we have seen who we are going to use. Then I start using Samaneba. Samaneba is the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was still in detention up to today. If you don't know it, I am telling you the truth.
Correct.
Because of his activities, because of the activities of Samaneba, was the reason why Mazi was still suffering in DSS dungeon. I am telling you now. because he was, you know what he was doing? The zoo was thinking that he is going to win IPOB. The zoo was thinking that he is going to, you know, his voice is going to overshadow IPOB voice. But then I see that IPOB Wishawancha. Then I see that IPOB were Adebu Alebu. Then I say, no, this guy cannot win. That is why you see him come up in blackmailing people. He started blackmailing people to see if our people will still fall for his charade. No. But let me tell Biafra something. Samanapa have killed thousands of our people with his activities. Samanapa is working with Ebubago. Biafra, I am telling you, what I'm telling you is truth. He's working with Ebubago. And some of the guys he was working with, Ofaka Walahaka, but not everything we are going to tell you. But he knows what I'm speaking. Go and ask him. Some of those boys that he is using to go and kill our people, where are they today? We are on the ground. We are everywhere monitoring them. They know what has become them. But thank God for Mazi China Sanworu. You people should praise that man. If not China Sanworu, if not Mazi China Sanworu, by now our land could have become, believe you me, nobody will move. Because this is the thing the zoo wanted the international community to see, that we cannot govern ourselves. That is exactly what the Janjaweed Fulani was doing, because our people did not understand this Janjaweed Fulani. But we do. Our people, Fulani hate you. They want to destroy our land. But you did not see it. Through Samaneba, you don't see what is happening. They push for international community to designate IPOB terrorists. That is what Samaneba was pushing. But our people did not see it. I cry, say that, I call my comrade. How come Chuko Kabia will not remove my brain and put it into the brains of Biafrans to see what we are seeing? But my comrade said to me, my comrade cried and shake his head and said that he feel my pain. He told me that he feel my pain. I said, okay. But Mazi, but today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of a conscience. A man who said that his people, the suffering of his people since amalgamation, the killing of his people, the destruction of their property all over Nigeria, that the international community have to know about it, that the whole world have to know about it. Nobody speaks for us. The governors does not speak for us. The elite does not speak to us. The Igbo Kakus does not speak to us. The Senate that are supposed to speak for us in the highest chamber, lawyer Ohaneze, Igbo Kulie, World Igbo Congress, these are a bunch of idiots, cowards they are. They don't speak to us. Nobody speak to us, not until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu rose up and say enough is enough. But the zoo understanding that this man mean exactly what he was saying. But let me tell Nigerian government that Biafrans are ready, IPOB are ready to take the zoo down. I'm telling you, because we are ready. From here, we have already tell the DOS what we are going to do. Any day the zoo fucked up. They asked us to hold on. But Mazi, I will leave it here so that I won't say much. But I just want to use this opportunity to thank Biafrans that is working assiduously to make sure from the hierarchy down to the coordinators, those of you that have remained resolute, those of you that have remained resolute in this struggle, I salute you with the joy in my heart, and our gallant men in our bush, working tirelessly, working day and night, both sun, rain, cold, you are there in our bush, defending our mothers, our fathers, our sisters and our brothers, defending them, stopping the Fulanis from raping them. I salute you. All of you ESM members, your name will be written in the code. We are going to write your name in the code. But those ones that has fallen astray, those ESM members that Iberima managed to convince, believe you me, unageluwa. Unageluwa. That is the cause I cost you. Those of you that gone astray, those of you that Samaneba have killed, that refuse to listen, what DOS have been telling you people, you go the other way, and this guy kill you, and he come out in Finland and start drinking champagne. That was the cry I cried here one day. I asked Kabiama, this in Biafra land. And he said to me that he will never allow them to lower. They will hage lower in Biafra land. Mazi, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I will stop here and allow other people call in. I salute you for the good job that you have been doing for Biafrans all this while. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. All the lawyers, all our barristers that has been working, those of you that have put your life in the front, Barrister Sir Ejiofor, you are the man. I salute you. Ezokome, I salute you. Ejimako, I salute you. Despite everything that has been coming to your side, and some of you that I could remember your name, and those of you that I could not remember, I salute you all. Thank you very much for standing for the truth. Thank you very much for letting the international community knows what Biafrans has been passing through. I salute you from the bottom of my heart. I say, may Chukwu Kekabia my guide and protect all of you and Biafrans all over the whole world. But those ones that are fall astray, we never lolo in Biafra land. May Chukwu Kekabia wipe all of them out in Biafra land, and he's doing it. And those ones we have caught that have given us intel of what Samaneba is doing in our land. Chukwu Kekabia, you will go the other world and ask and tell Chukwu Kekabia, any day they ask you to stop, you will stop. Any day you hear IPOB and Biafras, you will run away. Any day they ask you to go and point your brother hand and sell him, you will run away. These are what we are going to fight in our land, and we are fighting it. It doesn't matter who is that person. It doesn't matter if it. I said to them, any day you catch my brother selling his fellow Biafrans, any day you catch my brother collecting money or following autopilot, I want you to dig a grave and bury him alive. I mean it, kill him, because we are not going to condone evil. The same way people that knows me that I don't condone evil. I fight evil anywhere I see it. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I stand by.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You have poured your heart out. Thank you very much. And it is worth the time. It is worth the time. You said it all. You said it all. It is very important. Before we proceed, let us hear from. Okay, let us hear from Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Where is Okay, let us hear from him. You know, we have shocked the enemy in several occasions. We have shocked the enemy. Mazis, you too. Oh, you are there. You are gone. Okay, let us hear from Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, who is calling. The caller, hold on for me. 1 minute. Let's hear from Ifeanyi Ejiofor, then we continue, please.
Okay, God bless all of you. God bless all of you.
He said,
God bless all of you. Church money. Chukwu ga-agọzi niile. Chukwu ga-agọzi niile.
He said,
Chukwu ga-agọzi niile. Si Maazị Ifeanyi ekelele n'ihe. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu adịla ndụ fụ. Chineke ga-abịa ma nara ekele.
He said,
Mgbari Church money ka m hold on. Chineke ekele dịrị gị. Ekele dịrị gị.
how it is. That's how it is.
I said it Dokubosi again Mazin Nandi Carlo poison. Asadu Dokubo.
Asadu Dokubo is a living dead.
Mazin Nandi Carlo na DSS. Asadu Dokubo onwuni lo wish Mazin Nandi Carlo no nuli ete wiye.
Correct. He said
Simon Ekperima na ndotie contribution niile na account made Chineke na geje na ekperibe na judge.
You see? $1
a single mother donate to another account made. Simon na ndotie were ihe mere he soro ini. Chineke na God will continue to expose them. Hey.
You see?
Hey. Ụmụnne m na-agbalịala sleepless night unu mkparị unu niile Chineke nna nara ekele unu agbalịala mkparị akparịrị unu niile Chineke ekweghị sofu ole efu aha ọjọọ niile akpọrọ ha unu ekweghị Chineke ekweghị sofu ole efu Maazị Nnamdi Kanu anwụghị na DSS ndị niile wụchiri ọnwụ ije zuru igbe hidowe bikos ọnwụ ga-awụke
ise
Thank
you very much. Thank you very much. There is something Hilda Dokubo said during the time of her wonderful movie. Also, Nobora get Maggie ki feel all right. Give back Puya. Because one day I feel your pain. I feel your joy. I feel everything that is behind your cry. I feel them.
Mama Tom Jekeli, I got me who are fishing ala. I got me a mama Tom only son support to only disciple Mazen and the Kalo. Only one way I shower, one way you una be a look, only one disciple. Chilekena, Georgia Hanin. Mama CJ when you see Judge money. Almost Simon and that way you thought. That way you thought. See the point. Mama see video ni and the home making. Ya delete your mass in the man to save for you. Or just imagine na kalama. Amamoga who pastor, Amamoga who bishop, or maybe drama Simon the Berimana. Na atibe go with na cash in the name of Biafra Ozali too Ozaloto pilot Ozachabe Ogaza grave very soon grave who the next name Ogaza Judge money kelere my general edini mambia kelere mumunnem denile barampo kelere mo onye ọbụla sị nwa ada Chinyere from New Jersey ekelele Chineke gozie onye ọbụla n'ime unu
It's all right. It's all right. I feel your joy. That is a tears of joy. Tears of joy.
I didn't doctor whom as Nnamdi Kanu sacrifice and any longer and work for Biafra. Chineke na ha ni nya Biafra ke hu Biafra ke osire either life ya or Biafra. Ebe anya were for his life ya. That means into ya no hinaka. The next thing was Biafra.
Correct.
Hey, Chineke na. Ebele mabola melu kwala Chineke na mamotom shekele gi. Ahum ni nezu hida. Azum ni le no, Ozugidi Yagakele na Eki mere. Here again, Mendensu.
Oh, my go ahead, man.
Chile me. You come to Chile, you know, ndị iberibe ụfọdụ ndị Biafra iberibe gị mara azisi yes for real Chineke nna mere appoint Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ya ma ihe niile mere ihe na DSS adịghị ka efuri ahụ adịghị ka egwu onweghị ihe mara gwa osi ọwụ Maazị Nnamdi Kanu jiri aka ya fụrụ iche Chineke nna kpọrọ oku and Chineke ga-edugidekwe n'ụmụ Biafra dula ahụ Chineke nna ekele dịrị unu ụmụnne m unu agbalịala unu lụrụ ọgụ ka nwoke ka nwaanyị ụmụnne m ada ọma Chineke nna amamoto akọmentị ala na peji hi amamoto m jekwuru ha okwu n'olu ụmụnne m tiwa sewa ada nwachara ugo Chineke nna gọzie unu Chineke nna gọziere m unu Maazị ga-eji ụkwụ gị dị ndụ na DSS ndị niile wishiri gị ọnwụ nọ n'ụlọ ha echewe ngani George Money asị m ekele gị kelere m ndị ọzọ si ụmụnne m o nwere nwaada anọ ebe ọ nọ na-ekelewe ha nọ m n'ijezi na-ekele akpọla m ụmụnne m ndị kele ebe na-asị ekele dịrị Chukwu okike abịa m ndị kemena ha nọ na n'ijezi ekele dịrị Chineke George Money ma ha afụ gị ka m na-enwere aṅụrị aga m ajọyiri gị na program George Money nwanne m ọwụkwa Money ka ije ọjịwa ozi su ka ije ọjịwa ozi zu ka ije ọjịwa ozi George Su ọwụzi Money these days ọwụzi Money ka ị na George
all of them.
Hey!
Thank you very much for calling.
Yes. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu awụghị fere mmadụ ọnwa Chineke okike abịa nwa.
That's true. That's true.
Onye Chineke gụrụ si ngwa nọrọ n'ihu agha. Mgbani George Money nwanne m ka chi fụọ.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much. Stay safe while you celebrate.
Bye.
Bye. It is important you allow them to actually express their feelings. If it is through cry, feel all right. If you know Hilda Dokubo when she used to do her movies, you know, that is one thing I don't forget about her, you know. So I'm not a good fan of Nollywood, but there are some people who actually impacted some things, you know. So, and great Biafrans, I want to bring this to you. Let us actually hear from Barrister Jofo. Holy, holy, Mnk is another savior. Holy, 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 Mnk is another savior. Holy, 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 Mnk holy, holy, Mnk you Biafra 1 2 3. You Biafra 1 2 3. Sunday or Wendy.
Adoption na Kenya.
Yes. Alright.
And there's an adoption to Nigeria.
Yes.
So go to that. Yes.
Make me see my face. They feed us, they pain them. Some of you say, I don't feel show my face. See the face. He pain them. He pain them. God is another savior.
Umuchukwu writers reporting live from the streets of Abuja.
Correct.
We are everywhere.
If we are autopilot today, because
we are everywhere.
Because Umuchukwu writers, we are full autopilot today. Because Umuchukwu writers, onwe kunu si full autopilot n'akụkụ unu, onwe autopilot unu full around. Because pass na, agbacha ọsọ agụ mile. For one. What has a beginning has an end. There is a Twitter I tweeted on the 27th of last month. There is a Twitter I tweeted on the 27th of last month. Let me bring that Twitter to you. Because we told you that we always see it coming. Let me bring it to you so that you will know that whenever we come online, we give you a clue, we give you a hint. I don't know if you will be able to see it. Let me read it for you in case if you are not going to see it. If you go to Judge Money C and Twitter page at Judge Money C on Twitter page, you go to the 27th of September. You will see the Twitter where I said, if not the infiltration on IPOB, so many people would have gone hungry in Europe. Autopilot criminal syndicate finally found a career in fighting IPOB. They are enjoying Mnk ordeal, wishing that he does not come out. Criminality is putting food on their table, while fundraising gives them luxuries. But payback time is fast approaching. In the coming month, expect the breaking news. Don't forget, I am Judge Money. Go there and confirm it. That was a clue, a hint of what is to come today. I told them last month, 27th of September, last month. I wrote it on the Twitter. So if you go out there, you find it, then you will understand that because you are so busy, you check let me show you, you check the date. This is the date, 27th of September. It is there. You go down on my Twitter page, you see it. This is it, 27th of September. This is it, 27th of September. This is it also, 27th of September. Then you see it. I gave them a clue, but so many of you were so carried away that you cannot even decode. If we speak, if we give you a clue, you can't even understand. You cannot even try to understand. All you will continue to follow is the lies. Remember that the chief infiltrator told you that he will make some part no-fly area, that he will bring, what did he say? He said he will bring, what did he call it? So those of you who have retentive memory, if you're watching on YouTube, you have retentive memory, you can remind me. He said he will bring no flight zone, and there is something he called. I know it is Iron Dome, but there is the way he called it. He said he will bring, it is Iron Dome he was actually trying to talk about. Now, don't forget to ask him, when is he bringing it? Because let me now show you. He said he is going to give you people this. That's what he said. He said he is going to give you guys this. He said he's going to give you guys this. This is a missile interceptor. That's what he said he is going to give you guys. A missile interceptor. If you see it when there is a missile coming, then it will intercept it because it watches the surroundings through the satellite, and it has a automatic trigger that actually releases a missile interceptor, which is also like a missile to go and blow up the missile on air. This is actually what Simon Ekpa say he is going to bring to you. This is part of the lies he gave to you. Watch it. So that you will continue to take your money. This is it. This is the missile interceptor. When you see how it intercepts it, it goes next to it, it will blow up the missile before it arrives to its last destination. This is what he said he is going to buy for you, for there will be no flight zone. He is going to get it for you. So I want you, those who he lied to and collected your money, ask him when is he buying it. Watch it. Watch how it intercepts. So you see how it goes next to the missile, it triggers it. It triggers the missile to explode. to explode wherever it is before it lands in the place where it was sent. That is it, what you see here. Now, we have won. Let us actually sing Biafra National Anthem. Let me bring the one with lyrics, because this one that I am trying to show does not have lyrics. Let me look for this one with lyrics before we call it a day, because we have stayed. Okay, I believe I saved it in autopilot. I have a folder in my computer called autopilot. You have no idea. The prophets and the pastors that has been supporting autopilot. I will wait to hear what you people are going to say. The prophet and the pastor man. Where is it? And those of you who are calling our leader's wife Delilah, I want you people to come out more and call them, because we have all your datas. You will pay. There is no sin that goes unpunished, unless if you repent on time, but there is no repentance in the graveyard. I know so many of you will be acting as if you were never autopilot. Those of you who were masking yourselves, who are masking yourselves, we have all your identities. When the time is right, when you come out, we will tell you. Whenever you decide to come out and act so innocent, we're going to remind you of your activities. We will. Where is this national anthem? I want the national anthem with lyrics. It's been a while with these folders. Just one moment. I believe I have it here. I believe that I have it here. The enemy must never know which altitude you operate from. That's what I told the enemy. You don't know which altitude we operate from. You just know that somebody is there fighting back every day. But you don't understand how we actually roll. You will still see more to come. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu comes out, you will still see more to come. Then you will understand that we never lied to you. We don't lie. We don't lie. We speak the truth. It is our slogan. Sincerity, truth. That's how it is. We might make mistake in identifying some characters in those criminals, but we don't lie. But at the end of the day, you will see, And those of you whom when I speak to you, even on the ground, if you don't have vacation, all of you, when you see me, you start acting. You know, our people are so ignorant. They are ignorant to the extent that when they have seen that the things, you know, they are wrong, they will not even, like I told you yesterday, or was it yesterday that I engaged one autopilot, which is, you know, on his way to repentance. And they're repenting late. All of them, they are all cowards. All cowards and criminals. Anybody who cannot decode truth when they see it, there is something about that person. It is either that person is people who reap from where they did not sow, and they have to support people who does that as well. Sometimes they might not even know when they start supporting those who does that. And they will continue to support them. They will never come out of it until they are destroyed or doomed. Where is this national anthem? Where is this national anthem? I have it here. Because I must close with a national anthem, Biafra national anthem. I must close with it. I know I have one, but I want the one with the lyrics. Yeah, got it. Got it. I got it.
Land of the rising sun we love and cherish, beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our rights, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hell to Biafra, consecrated nation. Oh fatherland, peace be our solemn pledge. Defending thee shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood, we will count our privilege. The waving standard which emboldened thee free shall always be our flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the a glorious song of victory. We score might and wrong. Oh God, protect us from dying in pitfall. Guide all our movements, lest we go astray. Give us the strength to lead our humanity, to give and not to count the cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with grace, to make this kind a land of righteousness. All hail Biafra.
Correct.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives, or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the prize is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Held to be a throne, consecrated nation, oh Fatherland, peace be our solemn place. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. Now waving standard which emboldened thee free shall always be our flag of liberty.
I thought of Biafra freedom taking longer, and cause of that you tend to feel so low. I know our freedom is your greatest hunger. I thought of Biafra gives your heart a glow. We will walk the line, this hell that we've known with time, gotta take it away. Just hold on and don't let go. Hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your flight's just a step away. Just hold on. Oh. up a throne on high and reign without God. Just hold on and don't let go. Hold on, do not let go. Just hold on and don't let go. Your price just a step away. Just hold on. Hold on.
Don't let go. Great Biafrans all over the world, lovers of freedom. We have done it again. Salute to the DOS. Salute to Mazi Chike Dozem. Salute to Mazi China Samoru, Mazi Nzurumike, and every other DOS members who had, worked formidably, tirelessly, regardless of the distractions and every other thing being, brought upon us. They actually remain resolute, formidable, and we thank our legal team. You guys has been wonderful. You guys has been competent, and as a result of your competency, we have gotten our result to release our great leader, Onyendu Ohamadike One, the Lion of tribe of Judah, who said, Pharaoh, let my people go. And Pharaoh decided to actually ferociously inflict pain, exclusion, and every other thing meted on him. We say to our legal team, kudos to you guys. You guys has proven that IPOB never make a wrong decision. Barrister Jofor, kudos to you. Congratulations. Another victory bagged in your competency. San Ozokome, kudos to you. Another victory bagged to your career and your competency. We say to Biafrans, congratulations. We have won, and we know that no forces will prevent Biafra from being restored. We are formidable, resolute. Above all, we are resilient. That is the resoluteness that every, man need to win in life. Nothing good comes easily. Anything good, that is where you will see attacks. Because when I saw this fight, I saw that this is a just fight and I must join. And today, as a result of your effort, all the media warriors, Mazi, Biafran Child, Mwachineke, the people in Rapture Media, Underground Job, Mazi, Ikenga, Ikenga Nedo, Mazi, there are many of them, Paul Achebe, Mazi, there are many Mazi, and our ladies also. I will still remember the rest of our Mazis, our ladies, Lion Man Leone, Mazi Lion Man Leone, Mazi Ostraman. There are many of them, Bikono. Our great media publicity is more powerful. And Wada Chalugo. And hey, how will I ever forget our formidable media warrior? Our formidable media warrior. Wada Barrister Omote Biafra. And there are many of them all there is what is the name of this lady? This lady, her name is B Card. Is it B Card? There is a Wada B Card, Ejiro. Is it Ejiro? And there are so many of them. If I don't remember them, pardon me, because Isi Durumeju with happiness. Our media warriors in the comment section, I acknowledge you guys. We did it. Congratulations to the Biafrans all over the world. We are going to do this celebration in maybe any time, but remember, when Biafra comes, we will dance on the street. People will say we are mad. We will dance in the marketplace. People will say we are mad. When Biafra comes, the whole world will see that we are not aggressive people. We are just frustrated. They will see the goodness of people that we are oppressed, and that oppression could not allow them to express their joy. We were always bittered. The day Biafra will come, we are going to dance like a mad people on the street. We are going to dance on the marketplace. We are going to dance everywhere. We are going to celebrate Chukwu Okike Abiama, who is leading this struggle through our noble leader, Onyenduma Nnamdi Kanu. This is the beginning of our testimony. It is the beginning of a new beginning, the beginning of our testimony, and we will continue to give these testimonies. And while we are giving these testimonies, we are not leaving our surroundings unprotected. I want our people to beware, because the zoo agents, they will want to revenge, because what you see that they have lost, they will want to revenge. They will take out their frustration on some of you on the ground. Beware, because the battle is not over until it is over. And that is when we get Biafra. But this one of our leader, it is also not over until we usher him to his place of safety. Very, very important. Until we usher him to this place of safety, because the people that that are up against us, it is like Biafrans against the world, and we are going to win because we are peculiar people. I told the autopilot, 2 parts of us are going to be cut off. Are you going to allow yourself to be part of those who are going to be cut off? It is a prophecy, and the prophecy must be fulfilled. And the part of it is coming to fulfillment. And that is how we are going to get our freedom. We will not relent. We continue. Like I said, we cannot let our guards down. We cannot leave our surroundings unprotected. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful, especially those that is on the ground, that are on the ground. Protect yourself. Make sure you are in a safety place, because military, police, they might start invading places because of this frustration. But we've been here before. And that is the reason why I told you, when the right time came, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's wife came out to pave the way. He came out to pave the way, to actually acknowledge those who are ready for freedom. And I told you also that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and I told you exactly what transpired, in Kenya. It wasn't a coincidence, because I know that we are very close to our celebration. And Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I told you also that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave Biafrans trials to know who are those that will stand firm, that will stand formidably strong to fight until the end without being moved. Those who will put their brain in gear to face every attack, every insult from the enemy. And those are recognized today. Until we meet again very soon, stay safe, stay informed. I always tell you to stay informed because if you are uninformed, you are ignorant. And when you are ignorant, you are vulnerable to be manipulated. Stay safe, stay informed. May the Most High Elohim Chukwu Kikabiyama take all glory, honor, adoration, thanksgiving, ascribe unto his holy name, because he is number one, number two, and number last. You know, he is number one, number two, and number last. That is Elohim Chukwu Kikabiyama, who lives in heaven. He is 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and the last. He is beginning, he is the end. He has no beginning, he has no end. No word return to him void. That is Elohim, and he will lead us to our freedom. It is mandated. It is left for us. It is our attitude. It is our resoluteness that will actually lead us to that freedom. Indiscipline will not lead us to that freedom. Lies and deceit will not lead us to that freedom. Maneuvering things will not lead us to that freedom. It is discipline that will lead us to that freedom. There is a parable that talks about during the time of Jesus Christ, when he was still young, about to do miracle, when the mother consulted with him to tell him the drink in the wedding altar is finished, and the wedding hall is finished. Then the mother had faith in Jesus Christ, according to the metaphor. Then the metaphor said, anything that he asks you to do, do it. That is a metaphor. And that is what this command and control is embedded in. Anything you are asked to do it, complain later. Very, very important. For those of you have seen this, we will see more obstacles, but we will jump and pass. I salute you, all of you in that comment section who has been there, that are lambasting the enemies who come to bring our spirit down, who come to actually discourage us through insult, through maiming, through all sort of names that they call us. You know, you were there. I love you all. I love you all, man. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless and protect all of you in all your endeavors. I love you all. Salute. Bye for now.